have just told us 7 people were shot late last night. The latest number in the last hour.
Between Saturday afternoon and Sunday night, officers responded to 5 shootings.
Now, 4 people were found dead inside of a house, shot and killed in southeast Portland. This happened.
Right now there's a war going on in the streets. I don't know if Portland community realizes this, but there's a war going on in the streets, okay?
So what's the solution? For the past few weeks, I've been listening to those who work directly with people closest to gun violence. And what I'm hearing is there is an answer, but it's not simple.
It's not going to be easy, and it's not going to be overnight.
And it's a strategy different than what we've done before.
And some of it may be non-conventional. Some of it may be approaches that in a normal, regular situation may not be appropriate. But this war that's going on in these streets are not based on things that are necessarily rational to everyday human beings.
The immediate solution? One idea is violence interrupters to help stop the shooting. That means trusting people with real life experience to intervene and steer others away from trouble.
When the guys come and they say, oh man, you was in jail too? Oh yeah, you did this much time? Oh wait, you used to gangbang? How did you get to do this? That spark opens up, now we can dialogue.
Instead of a PhD on their resume, these peer mentors might have a criminal record or been affiliated with a gang. And that's the point, explained community activist Royal Harris, who himself grew up in gang culture in the 1980s.
I mean, as we look at so many issues, we don't let a novice guide us, or we don't let a theoretical expert guide us. We want practical experience, and within this, we have gentlemen who've been experts at this, who've lived through it since 1988, since 1986, since 1985.
Then give these people elbow room and the freedom to help stop the shootings, explained Daryl Turbin, who's created intervention programs used around the country.
What I'm saying is putting the money in the hands of the people who can formulate those relationships, who can build those relationships, who can sit these men at the table from these street organizations and say, hey, what do we need to do to stop? If it's money, if it's resources, whatever we need to make this happen, let's do that. And allocating that money to the people who can have those conversations. That's what I mean. The resources need to go directly to that. I believe if we spent $100,000, we can stop shooting at least for a week.
Another solution: provide opportunity, a job, mentorship, neighborhood and youth programs. That gives people structure, which builds greater hope, explained Brett O. Jackson, whose organization, Leaders Become Legends, does just that, putting young men to work.
Anytime you can provide for your family or provide for yourself and also save and then learn how to invest once you save, you tend to shift your focus from being active in the streets into being more active in the community and for your family.
But these solutions only work if there's stable funding for community-based programs and the criminal justice system, explained Erica Pruitt, director of Multnomah County Department of Community Justice.
I think that there's a community solution, and I also believe that there is a law enforcement solution. And I think that there's resources that are needed on both sides. But I think what's the most important is the collaboration with the community and law enforcement, as well as the healing. And that's on multiple levels with multiple systems within the criminal justice system.
Many of those closest to the gun violence crisis tend to agree on solutions. The challenge is getting buy-in from the community.
You know, at some point, the city and Multnomah County is going to have to say, do Black lives really matter? Then if they really matter, then maybe we ought to use the people in the community who can make a difference in this, empower them and give them resources they need in order to do the work to stop these shootings that are happening in this community.